We're back. I'm getting sun right directly in my face. This is lovely. I swear that wasn't there like 2 seconds ago, right before I started. Let's close that. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'll just let everybody come in. This is the place to be if you are new to Rcrdshp. If you want to learn a little bit more, what the heck is this thing that your buddy sent you to? Come here. I'll talk to you about it. Hello. All right, let me get all my notes up. I got like 18 million things I want to talk about, approximately, give or take. So today we are going to learn about digital collectibles, the Rcrdshp website, and I'll share some other resources that'll help you get started. So welcome to all those who are watching, whether you're watching live here or if you are watching a recording later. My name is Redbird. My parents call me Lisa. But I'll just tell you a little bit about myself just to get this kicked off so you can kind of understand my perspective and where I'm coming from. So I was a user first when Rcrdshp first started back in August. I was here, I bought as part of the first drop, and I really fell in love with the concept of Rcrdshp, this idea that we believe that music is valuable and that today artists are not being paid in a way that is valuable for them. Oh, that's my music here. I thought I heard like background. My husband was playing his guitar or something. All good. That's really what sold me on Rcrdshp as a platform, as a user. And a few other things that I really fell in love with really quickly was the community. I got really involved in the Discord early on. I will kind of talk about that a little bit later, but I became a well-known name for some of the content I was producing for the whole community, and that sort of turned into employment with Rcrdshp, which has been super fun and crazy. And one of the things that has always drawn me to Rcrdshp is how the team really does listen to our users, and I felt that as a user. I personally, my background, I've worked in IT. I've worked in a couple different industries in IT, and I've seen when they don't get it right and they don't listen to their users and they don't take that feedback. And I've seen the opposite where they really do listen. And that's one thing that I do really see Rcrdshp really values. I'll show you a few ways that you can provide your feedback towards the end. But we'll get started first. We'll do the basic overview. If this is your first day with Rcrdshp, this is the place to be. Anybody who is watching live, please feel free to say hi in the comments. I would love to hear your story, how you got connected with Rcrdshp. And yeah, I'd just love to get to know you a little bit better. And then you can hit me up on Discord too. One other thing that I do want to say about these streams is I do always take feedback on the content in these streams, and I feel free to ask questions as we're going along. If you're watching a recording, you can totally send me questions on Discord, and I often will incorporate your questions actually right into my list of things that I hit during this stream, because I've got a list right in front of me to make sure that I don't miss anything. So there's been a couple times where I've had users say, hey, you forgot to talk about this, or it'd be really good if you went more into depth into this. So please share your content, please share your ideas and your feedback. I am really happy to add that in. These streams are for you. So I just want to make sure that anything that we can do to give you more, that we're able to do that. So let us get started and just talk about the concept of digital collectibles first. We always like to say that it's really similar to owning a CD or a record. It's partly, knowing that your purchase supported the artist. It's partly being able to show off your fandom. I don't have any records hanging on the wall, but I've seen so many people who will hang them. So we really like to frame, even though we are an NFT platform, we do really like to talk about digital collectibles rather than the NFT. The NFT is really just the technology that the collectible is using, and the float blockchain that we're on. All of that is really kind of the back end stuff. And what is important to you and to me as users of the platform is that these are digital collectibles that are supporting artists. And some of the beautiful things that is different from a CD is if I do decide, or what I've actually experienced, and I'll show you in my own personal account, when I was buying a lot of packs from drops, and I would get duplicates of some of the collectibles, and I would sell my duplicates. So the great benefit to that's different than a CD is every sale, if I decide, I've got 2 of my CDs, I'm going to sell one of them to someone else. The beautiful part of Rcrdshp is that our artists still get a commission on that secondary sale. So really nice there. All right, so let's hop over to the site now. I just saw Chris join, but I'm not sure. My mic is left side only. What is going on today? Thank you for coming on and telling me, because I have turned off all of my other notifications. Is that better, Chris? Can you hear me better? Look at my screen shared while that is. He says it's all good. Always open to feedback for him. Even if it's live. I do not care. You got to do a lot more than that to embarrass me because, I'm not that great with mic tech. So thank you, Chris. All right. So the Rcrdshp website, my screen is just this way, so I'm going to be looking over here. So the first place I'm going to take you is to your collection, or to my collection. So this is my personal account. This is the account that I've had since Rcrdshp's day one. I have built up quite a healthy collection. I have almost 600 collectibles, plus I have 10 sealed packs. So I'll show you what all of that means. So let's take a look at one of my collectibles. So this one, I can see here, it's called Written Future. The artist is Josh Vox, and the record label is Ballroom Records. A little bit of detail there about that. One thing I do want to point out, first I'll point out, let's just look at the rest of the collectible. So this is, we refer to these as card faces. So imagine it like a digital, imagine it like a physical sports card, and it has the front face and the back face. Some cards have more faces. This card only has 2. It has the front and the back. So you get all your good info here. You get some really beautiful art on every single card, whether it's on the front and on the back. We've got some really amazing artists working for us and working for the labels that we work with. Right here, I can see that this is one of 133 cards that were minted. And what minted means is just created. It exists. So there's 133 of these Written Future cards with these specific tracks. Personally, I own number 35. So 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 35. And then there's another all the way up to 133 after that. I can also see that number right on the card face there. Here I can see that I have 4 tracks that are actually on this collectible, and I can hit play, and it plays in the player. Ooh, I liked that one. What else? That I think is some of the main stuff I want to show you here. I do want to show you 2 in this corner. You see this little coin icon and the number 2. So this collectible has a 2 coin value, and I will explain coins later. Next, I'm just going to scroll down and give you a little bit more information on what you can see from the marketplace. So, as I was talking earlier, if I have duplicates of a card, I might not want to have both. Personally, I like having one of each card at least, but I don't necessarily need to have multiples. So I can come in here and make a decision if I want to sell one of my multiples. So I can see some really basic information. I can see what's in the marketplace right now, what the listing prices are at. So, maybe I can sell this card for $14, $13 and earn that towards my balance, which I'll show you later. And then I can also see some general stats here. So I can see that there are 69 being held. And being held just simply means it's in someone's collection, it's not for sale, and it's not sealed in a pack. And then we can see these are the other stats here. And then none have been burned, which I will talk about later. And then again, at a glance, I can see the current floor. Floor being just like the lowest price. That's what that means. And you'll see it a few times throughout the website. And then I can see also that the highest sale ever was for $100 and it was serial number 100. So one thing I forgot to mention about the serials is that it really depends on you and your collector style if you put any value towards a serial. Personally, for me, I like lower serial numbers, like closer to number 1. But I'm not necessarily going to pay a crazy amount more for a lower serial, and that's just my personal collector style. We also have people who really love to chase number 1, who really love to chase the perfect serial, which, for example, in this case would be 133 out of 133. Or if there was, 400 minted, it'd be number 400. That's the perfect serial. So it really depends on your collection style. We sometimes do fun challenges that are based on serials as well, and we'll talk about those in a little bit. All right, I'm gonna hop back over to my collection, and next I'm gonna show you sets. So all of the collectibles on Rcrdshp are grouped into sets. We've just done a recent update where the sets have, where you can see sets that you might not have any collectibles in. So we used to only be able to see, like this one I can see I have 1 of 3 collectibles, and this one I have 2 of 4 and 5 of 7. 11 and 19. I wouldn't have seen these 2 because I didn't have any collectibles in it. Ooh, I just got a little dizzy going back and forth there. So let's go take a look. Maybe we'll keep it with the ballroom right now and go take a look at my ballroom set. So a few things right off the bat. I can see how many collectibles are in this set, and there's 19, and personally I own 11 of them, even though I might have there's probably more than 11 because I have some duplicates. Like I have 2 of these dark streets. Oh, and there's that Written Future we were just looking at. So, I have more than 11 that are in this set, but I only have 11 unique collectibles. And then I can also see kind of grayed out collectibles that I don't own yet. So say I was really close to completing a set and I wanted to complete it, which there are quite a few that I've done this with. I can really simply just click on this collectible and go and purchase it to finish the set. One other thing I want to note is this Ballroom Genesis set is a closed set versus open. And basically when Rcrdshp closes a set, what that means is that the set, we won't add any more collectibles to the set, so there will never be a 20th collectible. It'll stop at that 19 that's already in there. Great, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else in the sets that I want to talk about. Don't think so. And finally, let's come and look at packs. So there are 2 types of packs. Well, there's lots of types of packs, but basically, once you have a pack in your collection, it is either sealed or it is opened. So I can see here I've got, these 2 rows, so 10 that are sealed currently. And then I got a whole bunch that have been open, and I can see how many cards were in those and if they've been revealed. So this is basically how you can, it's kind of the easiest way you can add to your collection. We actually are currently in a drop day, so we can go take a look at what a drop looks like, which is nice. We don't normally get to do that on these streams, but I can see here what was in this pack. I actually just opened it live on stream about an hour ago, 2 hours ago. So I can see here all of the cards that I got. I do really recommend you check out the stream that we just had with HQ Recordings. They talked actually in quite a bit of detail about all 3 of these cards, as well as some of the cards that Chris opened. And we got to learn a lot about them, and it just made me really excited to listen to everything and to buy more. Maybe I'll buy one right alive here because I learned a lot and I really enjoyed it. So I already bought 2 of these packs this morning. So this is what a pack looks like when it's still sealed. I can choose to open it. I'm not going to open it right now though. You're going to have to come back to another stream for that. But let's talk about drops. So how can you actually purchase one of these? So it's really, really simple. We've just started offering up our starter pack, which hopefully if you're listening, you don't leak my address. I just saw it. HostTube's thing. Do I have it somewhere? I hope not. But right here we've got the starter pack. So hopefully if you're listening in, you are familiar with the starter pack because this is maybe how you came into Rcrdshp. We also have, because I have bought a pack. So HouseTube's just saying if I buy a pack live on stream. So it does show your address because it shows your credit card information if you're purchasing by credit card. Luckily, now I can buy via my balance. So I don't have to go through card because I have built up a really healthy balance. But I have done that before where my address was shown on stream. Not my favorite, but it's okay. Deleted that one. So again, super simple. If you do want to buy with your credit card, and one thing I do want to say about buying with credit card, and one thing that I really noticed early on as a Rcrdshp user before I was an employee here, is the ability to buy with your credit card is actually quite different in the NFT space, in the like crypto world, and very user friendly, very user forward. So I do want to just highlight that I personally really appreciated that because when I started with Rcrdshp as a user, I didn't really have a ton of wallets. So I really appreciated that. And then personally for me, I can buy with balance. I'll just show you how it looks. It's so easy once you built up your balance. Like this is literally it and it's gonna work. So there you go. Just bought this one. And I know I do see Amanda here in the comments. I know she's going to be in Discord. I don't know what time you want to be on Discord to open. She's going to open some of her packs. So, pop in the time in the comments and I'll make sure to say it so that anybody who's listening can tune in when you do that. Unless you already did it. I hope you didn't already do it. So anyway, that's it. That's how easy it is to buy a pack from a drop. Probably right after the 101. Okay, well we'll hop right over to the Discord. Maybe we can end it and tune in with her. What was I just gonna say? Right, drop. I just wanted to say that that's the word that we use just to like it's a sale. We have a pack for sale, and we've gone over what a pack is already. Cool. Next I want to hop over to challenges because it's a really fun way to get connected with Rcrdshp, with the community. We actually have an active challenge right now, also related with HQ recordings. So let's go and check it out. And then I'll show you some of the past challenges we've had as well. So this one is one of our favorite styles of challenges to do. And it is a collector's reward. So once you collect you have to collect a certain number or certain specific collectibles of, we'll list the requirements. So for example, you need to have one HQ phase 1 artist, and they gave the examples of who it is, and then the other 2 specific cards that they want you to own. You keep those in your collection. Usually you cannot have them listed for sale in the marketplace. It always has to just be in your collection. And then the reward, which is super cool, you're going to receive 1 rare collectible, which will have an exclusive Ganesh mix. Who knows? Maybe, I don't know if you've probably already figured out what the actual reward is, but I know the mix that we just played about an hour ago was really fun, and we want to find a way to give that out to some of HQ's fans. So, look at this. We have this beautiful leaderboard. You can kind of track on what you have. So I can see here, I'm just missing 1 collectible. So I could go to the marketplace, buy that, and finish, and then I know that I'm in. Ooh, lots of pages. Sweet. So that's one of our Amanda says she semi-spoiled it. Oops. So let's go look at some of our previous challenges, because I really do want to talk about some of the amazing rewards that we've had. This HQ style of challenge of collecting a certain number of cards and then earning a special airdrop reward. We've done that one before with Todd Terry. Trying to remember if we've done it with anyone else. Unity Records, I believe, is similar, but the reward was actually a one-on-one virtual collaboration session. So they've done some amazing things. We've had 2 challenges that have included a trip as part of the reward. The first one was the Berlin challenge. It was supposed to be a New Year's Eve trip to Berlin, but due to the pandemic, there was some major shutdowns, so that hasn't quite happened yet. But we had partnered with a club in Berlin who was going to host a really amazing party, and one of our users, his name is Nighthawk, won that one, so he's really excited to get going when he can. And then our other trip-based reward was with Solarstone, and he's going to be flying out the winner to a ASOT, which is a state of trance, and that was going to be a good time. Also was, I think, pushed back due to pandemic, but we're working on all the things. Ooh, Amanda will be there. You can meet her in the flesh, even though you just met her on cam. The next one I want to talk about is my personal favorite challenge we've done so far, a Rcrdshp studio challenge with Disco Fries and Lana Leon. We had, well, why don't I just click in so we can see it. But we are focusing on how we can build new experiences with our artists. And this one in specific, after completing a few steps, our users were invited to an exclusive Discord room where they were able to provide feedback to the Disco Fries and Lana Leon as they were live producing a song on Twitch. So they were like right here, and then on the video they had their Ableton up. They were making edits to the song. They were asking for feedback from fans. It was so crazy fun, crazy intense. And we're just about to do our release party for this on Thursday. So tune in for that, because you get to hear the song that some of our users got to participate in. Finally, I just want to touch base on the BPM challenges. Yeah, and then that's all the challenges. We have so many going on now. So BPM is our really quick, short challenges. We might have one coming out real soon that you might want to tune in for. It'll be really fun. They're just really quick challenges. Often the reward is like a chance at winning something. It's just meant to keep everybody engaged, giving everybody some fun times and something to do on Rcrdshp. So keep an eye out for those, because we have a lot of fun with that. Excellent. Next, I'm gonna hop over to my Rcrdshp account, but I do want to just get, because as we sort of mentioned earlier, personal information, and this would have my personal email address. So let me just log into my work one, because I'm okay if you see that. All right. So I'm gonna hop over to my profile. So profile is pretty darn straightforward, I will say. Your name, your email, you can add a profile picture. That is pretty much it. All right, so let's go back here. So you can connect your social accounts. Mine is doing something wonky where it's not showing the photos correctly, but they are connected. Really easy to remove them and reconnect them if you are having any issues there. Often connecting your social accounts is really important for our challenges. Anytime our challenges include having to tweet something out or go on Discord, you need to be connected. So I recommend doing it. We don't really track what, I recommend doing it. I'm connected. Next up, I want to show you your balance. So I can see here, I'm just seeing some new stuff I've never seen before. So fun. So my current balance, I'll talk to you how I've built up this type of balance. But so I right now have this $4,000 available. I can see here, you know, I've sold 123 items. That is how I've built up that balance. I can top up my account. Again, really nice. If this was a really nice feature to be able to add balance to your account when our drops were like crazy. If you missed it by like 2 minutes, you were missing it. And then you didn't have to worry about filling out your credit card information because you could just paste or you could just use your balance to pay it. We also have this really nice balance history now that you can download as a CSV, which should be really helpful. I know some people were asking about taxes. I don't really, you know, I'm in Canada, so I have to deal with this later in the year. I don't have to worry about it quite yet. And the final section I'll show you before we hop over to the market is account verification. I haven't gone through this yet, so I don't 100%, I actually haven't 100% seen it all the way through yet, but really simple, and it will be really important for you to be able to withdraw your balance because we don't actually know who you are. You've just given us an email and maybe you've connected your Twitter account, but we don't know who you are, so we want to make sure that we are giving you your money, that somebody else isn't trying to get your money. So you have to verify your account. You do need a piece of ID in order to verify yourself as well. So just so you're prepared when you go to do this. Sweet. This also, you might hear it referred to as KYC, and KYC stands for Know Your Customer. Yeah, to my point earlier, we just don't know who you are. All right, let's head over to the marketplace because that obviously ties into your balance. So we've just updated our marketplace. It looks super slick now. You've got lots of abilities to filter, to show what you want. Of course, you can always just search. So let's take a look. So let's look at this card in Antarctica. I just want to show you kind of how to navigate purchasing one of these. So the most simple, straightforward way, you just click on buy. And then it'll take you to this same sales screen that I think we're familiar with at this point. I'm not going to buy it because I really did want to pack, but I think I'm good for this particular card. If you just want to go and look at this card before you buy it, and this will be important in a moment, we're going to come back to this card. Another good place to just come and see, you can see this specific card, and I'll show you why that's important in a bit. I'm going to pop over to my collection right now and show you what happens when I try to sell something. So I'm going to go to this written future card that we were looking at earlier, and I'm going to list it for sale. So please be very careful with your listing price and where you're putting your decimal. If you put $1 and then hit list for sale, it'll list it for $1. And there's no takesies backsies if somebody buys it. So just please be very aware. I also want to highlight that we do take a commission and a fee from each sale, and it comes from the seller's side. And that commission, a big part of that goes to our artists. As I mentioned earlier, every time you make a sale after the first time you purchase it, artists are still getting kickback money. So really nice. So if I were to sell this card for $100, the buyer would pay $100. Me personally, I would get $87.50. Cool. I also want to show you if I sell a pack instead of a card, the commission is actually higher. So let's say I feel like selling that one that I just, oh no, I can't sell that one. I have to go and maybe sell this one. Yeah, there we go. The reason I couldn't sell that first one is because the drop is still ongoing. You may also see issues with trying to sell if your content has not been synced to the blockchain quite yet. Sometimes it might take a few minutes. If it's taking longer than like 10 minutes, there might be an issue, and you might want to reach out to our support team, which I'll show you how to do. But yeah, a few minutes is sometimes common. So if I want to list this pack for sale, say also for $100, all of a sudden I'm making less money personally because there's a larger commission. And the reason for that is we are splitting that commission, not just with the one artist on that one card, but with every artist in this pack. Cool, makes sense? Cool. So for example, this pack has 4 collectibles, so we're splitting that revenue between them. Great. The last thing I think I'll show you with the market is the analytics page. This is a really nice way for you to see at a glance what's going on in the market. You can sort by the header of every single column. So super simple. Again, remember floor price, that just means the lowest price. So you can always sort by that. It's nice too, you can sort by set and just kind of see what's going on. Excellent. Great. I'm going to go over back to my collection and put a couple of specific cards in my hand. Oh no, is that not working right now? Yes, it is. Okay. Whoop, that was different. Hey, how's Tube? Are you still watching? Just kidding. That worked. So this is called your hand. And putting cards in your hand will unlock their functionality if they have functionality. So there's a few that I'm going to show you. And there's maybe one that I won't show you. But maybe I'll show you in our test environment because I just made something. Walkie-talkie. Oh, and secret handshake. And I want to get a lighter. So right now we have a number of cards that unlock functionality. I don't know that we've talked about the other one that I don't have in my hand right now. But let's go through the ones that I did put in my hand. So the first one I'm going to go to is the Extraordinary Insights. And that unlocks Extraordinary Insights. It gives you more insights into our analytics, both on the analytics page and also in your collection. If I go to my good old Tube and Burger card that I bought on stream, and you can see, oh yeah, remember when I said that some cards can have more card faces? So like, look at how many this one has. Super cool. So one nice thing that this card also unlocks is you can see the full sales history of the card. I don't think I've bought many cards that have like a really long history, but I can see here that I bought this card 3 months ago at $19.50. There was a challenge involved. It was totally worth it. Cool. Next thing I'll show you while we're on this page, something new that has appeared. I don't know if you noticed, I noticed, but we've got this little lit icon here now. That is because I have the lighter in my hand. There's a couple cards that have the same functionality. There's, we call this one the Zippo lighter. There is a, I can't think of the name of it, like the plastic lighters. And then there's matchbooks. Oh, and there's late night pizza, so now there's 4. So what this card does, if I hold this down, I'm not going to do it, but if I were to hold that down and let it light up the card, it will burn the card, and burning the card destroys it. Yeah, destroys it. So why would somebody want to destroy a card? Well, first of all, it does unlock the coins. Remember how we were talking about coins? So I can see this card here has 10 coins. The one that we looked at, the release track earlier on, there was only 2 coins. So something to note. Also, you might use that to make your cards more rare. See here, I can see there is 936 cards of this, and there was originally 990 between pack burning and other people. Oh, okay, never mind. So that difference was from pack burning, but I can see 145 of these cards have been burned. Remember that when we looked at that release track, there was 0. This is what you see when there's cards that have been burned. We also did have a challenge, the Berlin challenge. Part of it was burning cards and collecting coins. Sweet. Next, I'll show you secret handshake. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling. Actually, no, to the market. So if you remember when we came to look at Antarctica, and then I clicked on the serial number rather than just the buy button. This little handshake icon is now appearing because I have secret handshake in my hand. There's also another secret handshake, but it's spelled with a K. Secret is spelled with a K. S-E-K-R-E-T. That card, if you have that in your hand when you do this, there's a chance that you might burn the card. So just be careful with that one. Beware. I don't really understand how it works. I know it has something to do with cereals. Just beware. So again, I'm not going to complete this transaction.
Hey, what's up? Never mind.
Oops. Right-clicked there a little.
Hey, what's up? Never mind.
So if I let it go all the way through, this card would transfer from Adil's account into my account. He would get his $3 that out of my balance. But it hides my identity in this Discord channel that is unlocked by walkie-talkie. So when I have walkie-talkie in my hand, I unlock this Get It Real Time channel in Discord, and it gives you a listing of every single sale that happens. And we can see, let's see, we can always see somebody who was using Secret Handshake at the time. Oh, I can't see anyone. Looking real. Ah, there we go. So I can see here, masked individual paid $150. It's because they use Secret Handshake, so we can't see their name, versus everyone else who we can see names for. Masked individual. There's another couple secret-y names, Secret Handshaker. So that's what that will do. This room was a really important part of the Berlin challenge when our user, so he won the trip to Berlin, and he also, the way that he won it was by burning like a shit ton of cards. He burned so many. He had like so many coins, 2,000 coins, something crazy. But the reason he decided, and he burned like twice as many coins as the person who was behind him on the leaderboard. So we asked him, like, why did you burn so much? You didn't have to. But he actually went through this Get It Real Time channel, went and looked at the next 2 or 3 people who were behind him on the leaderboard, figured out how much they had bought all time, and if they burned their whole collection, how much could they burn to beat him? Like, literally, this is what he did. So that's why you might want to use Secret Handshake if we have another burning challenge or another challenge that might have to do with your sales activity. Ooh la la. Okay, the one other thing I think I'm going to show you. Ooh, I can't. I'll work on this one and try to get this one ready, but I don't know that I'll be able to do it right now. We just unlocked a new feature called mixing, and I set it up in our staging environment. I just don't want to give it away because it's a little bit of a secret. So, but I can probably airdrop some to myself. So yeah, we just created this feature called mixing. I can't even show you anything until I finish this part though. Okay, let me go to my collection and just see how quickly I can do this. Okay, and let me airdrop. And the only reason I want to show you here is because we are trying to keep it a little bit secretive on how it works on every single step. But I forgot to pre-plan this one today. I'm just trying to airdrop myself some of the cards in our... Oh, maybe I should go to staging. Meh. Working on it, working on it. All right. But mixing, I do actually think we have a mixing challenge I can show you. Just to give you a little bit of a... It's coming together, it's coming together. I should have just pre-planned this. And I need blue. Where did I just put that? Staging, okay. Yeah, there we go. All right. So I've got this card here that unlocks. This is all, these aren't real cards, by the way. I just made these earlier today. So this is not the real website. This is our staging website. I'm just trying to give you an example of what this will look like. So there will be a card that unlocks the mixing table. So you drag that into your hand and mixing here has appeared. Cool. So I come to mixing table. Ooh, I'm gonna need a coin. I'm gonna airdrop myself some other stuff. And all right, so let's burn. I need something to burn with. Is this a burning card? Don't think so. I might not be able to show you guys this, and I'm sad now. I need a, oh, there's a lighter. Perfect. Let me send myself a lighter. All right, so I'll burn this card once I get the lighter in here. But I'm also gonna drag these two into my hand because I know that this is what I'm gonna want to mix with. So basically there are some rude rejecting my cards. All right, well, I don't know why it's doing that. Let's see if I've got my lighter now. That is the lighter, I promise. Even it doesn't look like it. Ugh, but it's empty. All right, I'm not having any luck today. We're just gonna go over to the challenge and we'll just talk it through. Mixing challenge. So it's pulling those collectibles into your hand. If I had pre-planned it and pre-tested it and not tried to do it live, I would be able to pull those cards into the mixing table. Then I would be able to mix those together and it will create, it'll actually take, well, it depends on the outcome, but it'll take those two cards in this case of what we had done for this, for the mixing, the challenge here. It took those two cards, you no longer have them, but you got a brand new card instead, and it's more rare. So it's pretty cool. So keep an eye on that one. I won't tell you what exactly unlocks it, 'cause that's a secret you got to figure out on your own. So let's check out now Discord. I'll be honest, Discord can be really overwhelming, so I'm just gonna highlight some of the channels that you can keep an eye on these and you'll probably get all the information you need. First of all, I'll start with announcements. Here we are just really working, getting you out the announcements. Only the team can post in here, and we'll tag everyone when it's really important. You also have some really good basic info here, so you can check all this stuff. Next, I'm going to scroll over to support. A good way to connect with support. Often they will just ask you to submit a support ticket, just so that they can keep track of everything. Another channel I do really want to highlight for you is the suggestions channel, and I actually haven't read it in a while, so let me make sure I mark that as unread so I remember to come back to it. And what I really love about the suggestions channel is that our entire team truly does come in and read through the suggestions. Like you can see here, Obi is our CEO, and he's in here answering questions and suggestions. So we do really appreciate suggestions. Often if you post a suggestion anywhere else, me or another team member will just ask you to go into suggestions and put it down there, just so that it doesn't get lost in some of our other rooms. Finally, another one that I'm going to just mark unread, because as you can see, I've been a little slacking on the Slack lately, or on the Discord lately. Questions for staff is a really great place to come in, and you just want an answer from one of the staff team. Maybe you asked in our general chat, but you weren't satisfied with the answer you got, or you weren't able to get a hold of one of us because it was out of business hours. This we'll be sure to see. And as you can see, our team, who's typically we're in red, you can see that we're in there answering a lot of the time. Next up, we have some daily Discord events that Kate and Angelica have just started up. They are really fun. Keep an eye on them. We're doing some Meme Mondays, shows and tells, selfie scrambles. So come keep an eye on those. They're really fun. Next up, general chat. This is, thanks, Data. This is your basic place to come and get info. You can always ask questions in here and people will answer them for you. And then there's tons and tons and tons of other rooms. Honestly, sometimes I even find it overwhelming. If you stick to just like general announcements and some of these other ones, you'll probably be good to go. Next up, I also want to show you a couple other of official resources. The next one is our blog, blog.rcrdshp.com. It used to be Medium, but now we're hosting it ourselves. Yay! So you can come in and you can see some really great stuff. One of my favorite blog posts that we post every time there's a drop is this What's in the Drop, and love that we have John on our team now because he is giving us really, really great info that even more info than we used to give on drops. So I really appreciate this. I loved learning more about HQ recordings and their other label HQN. So I personally really appreciated that. And then you can still get all the details on the packs. So today's drop date, when it started, how many packs are for sale, prices, etc. Then you can actually see exactly what you're gonna expect from the pack. Ooh, HQ outline t-shirt. That sounds cool. Amanda was just talking about all of her really cool clothing design that she did. Now I want all of them. So the blog, so you're gonna get info on what's in the drop, challenges, any new content we have. We're really working on delivering liner notes and report cards. We're trying to just do a better job at keeping you informed on what's going on. The final official resource I'll talk about is right here on Twitch. So please hit the follow button so that you get notifications when we do go live. This week in particular is super busy. Let me bring up my schedule. We got so much going on and I love it. We're already done 2 of them. So we just had the HQ recordings drop. Check out that recording if you weren't able to be there live. It was so fun to talk with Amanda and with Gary. They've been a cornerstone of Rcrdshp. So they've been here since drop 1 on the other side from where I was. But so it was just such a pleasure to talk with them. Now, today we're doing Rcrdshp 101 right now. Tomorrow we've got our listening party. We're trying to do these weekly and just like take a listen to what's on the site. I have a feeling that tomorrow we are really going to focus on some HQ content. We're also going to focus on Twitter. Our team does daily staff picks. So myself, Chris, Eileen, and I'm missing people, Kate and Angelica. We do daily staff picks, so we play through those ones, and then we'll probably do some HQ content as well. So come check that out. Then Thursday, we're doing Random Acts of Kindness Day celebration. So it's a nice day that we thought we would celebrate. Something coming up for that. You can learn a little bit more tomorrow. And then on Thursday evening, late in the evening for me, it'll be 8 p.m. We are doing our release party for Won't Be the Same. That was the track that we did with Disco Fries that I talked about earlier, that from that challenge. So I'm so excited to do that with everyone. Finally, I want to show you some unofficial resources that I will show you here. So Chris does this great job at keeping track of some of the resources from our community members. And this is actually, I kind of credit to how I started working here. Before we had analytics on the website, there was basically nothing, no way to know when your stuff was for sale and how, if it was a good time for you to sell. So I made this spreadsheet, the community came together, and we all started, literally we would like go look at the marketplace every day and like just type in what the floor prices were. But now we don't need that because we have analytics. Kid Smooth did this really great one-pager overview. We have some really amazing video content from some of our community members: Sociotechnica, Finn, Amp NFT, Gumby, Ranger, Ted, Master Web. Thank you all so much for everything you do for us. We really, really appreciate it. I'll leave OGAF Club for the very end, and I'll just mention the Read has started a blog as well, so that's available on Medium that you can click there. Finally, let's go to ogaf.club, and we will pretty much end it off here. So this is an unofficial resource, but it gives you some really, really great data to help you make decisions. I haven't talked about OGAF yet. What does OGAF mean? OGAF. Original gangsta as fuck. So these are people who have been with us since the beginning, or maybe not necessarily from the beginning, but you really truly do believe in Rcrdshp and you want to show, hey, I'm here, I love what we're doing. This is kind of your badge of honor that you're an OGAF. So there's 7 cards in the set. It's a set completion badge, basically. So there's these 7. Basically, this website was started by a community member who just wanted to keep track of OGAF prices. Truly, that was what it was. And sort of grew, and he started adding more and more data. So you can see actually lots of good information. You can come in because those are not available to be sold yet. That's why those is here. It's like, what happened? So let's go look at like this really expensive card. We can see the history of the card price. Like, oh my gosh, it used to be nearly $600 and now it's down to $375. Maybe it's a good time to buy. So really can help you make decisions on buying and selling. It's just a really fantastic resource that you're able to access, and it's just at ogaf.club. I'm just gonna check over my to-do list, make sure I hit everything. I think so. Sweet. All right. Well, please let me know if there's anything else that you can think of that you think or you're not sure of still after watching this. As I mentioned at the top of the stream, I'm really happy to take feedback and add more to the stream because really it is for our new users and what would help how to... sorry, just reading Amanda's comments. So yeah, these streams, again, are for you. Please let me know if you have anything that you think I should highlight more, highlight less. I'm always happy to take some feedback, but I'll go to another stream. Let's go see who's on right now. But I will also recommend that you go to Discord right now. Amanda, we can probably open a stage for you. I don't know if Chris is still listening, but maybe he can help you out with that. And I'm gonna get us started with who we want to go listen to. Y'all know how I feel about... All right, we're gonna head over. Okay, I'm gonna have like put so much stuff for you to listen to now, but we're gonna go and raid Zjero and pitch. All right, I'm gonna send y'all to another stream, but also let's go to Discord now, figure out where the heck Amanda's gonna open her pack. See you there shortly.